Hi there, I'm Parveen and welcome back to my channel Exploring Me. If you're tuning in for the first time or perhaps less familiar, I am a data scientist by profession and I choose to use this channel as a way to explore different aspects of my life, both professionally and personally. In today's video, I'm going to be switching gears just a bit and talking about how I keep organized. Specifically, what are my essential or key items for my bullet journal? Now, I am someone who is in the constant pursuit of what is known as planner peace, and I'm not sure I've exactly found it yet, but I have tried basically every planner out there, or every planner system out there. Some I have actually circled back to twice at this point, but I always find myself coming back to just a simple notebook, a simple bullet journal, which is what I have come back to yet again. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my favorite items, my key items for transitioning back into the bullet journal system. Of course, the first essential item is going to be what type of notebook you choose to use. There's many options out there on the market, whether you are looking for something that allows you to be more artistic in your bullet journal or something that is perhaps just more inexpensive. I think a great middle ground, which is what I chose to use, is the Leuchtturm A5 notebook. I've chosen to go with the dot grid, which is definitely my all-time favorite type of Leuchtturm notebook. You can look into something that is lined or a grid notebook. I think that the dot grid is kind of the perfect thing to use for a bullet journal because it allows you to be still neat and efficient in your notebook without really distracting from what's going on the page. And if you're not a notebook person, this really specific differentiation might be making you think that I'm a little bit crazy, but if you are a planner person, you definitely understand that there's a huge difference between a grid and a dot grid notebook. So I would say that the A5 dot grid notebook from Leuchtturm is my all-time favorite type of notebook to use for a bullet journal. The next items, of course, are going to be some type of writing utensil, and I don't think you need to get super complicated with these. You can create beautiful spreads or very efficient spreads in your bullet journal by just using a mechanical pencil or a normal gel pen, normal roller ball pen. Now, of course, in the planner community, there are many pens that are sort of highlighted as the best bullet journal pens. For me, I really like using the G2 gel pen, I believe it is. And if you're looking to be a little bit more artistic, you might want to look into getting certain types of fine liners. This is actually, I believe, something I just got from American Crafts, and this is a 0.5 pen. So if you're looking to have differentiations in your line, be a little bit more artistic, I think you can get by with just two simple pens and of course the pencil to help you sketch things out. I know there are people who are going to look into brush pens like the Tombow pens. That's not as artistic as I like to be in my bullet journal, so that's not really for me. And I think especially if you're just looking to get into a bullet journal, the first couple things, all you need to do is simple gel pen, simple mechanical pencil, and you're probably off to the races there. Along with writing utensils, you might want something to highlight some key items or draw attention to important things on your calendar. So you might be looking into highlighters. Now, I know I just said with writing utensils it doesn't need to get that fancy, but I have a very specific preference for the type of highlighters I like to use, and that's these ones here. These are the midliners, the double-ended ones. I got mine off of Amazon in the pastel colors, so you get a variety there. Why I am so preferential to these midliners is that I think that the highlighters that are sort of sold in the normal school supplies section of your store definitely bleed through the pages of the notebook that I have. At least you might not have this problem if you're using a notebook with thicker pages, but at least in the Leuchtturm, these have not given me any problem. So if you're looking to get highlighters, I would definitely recommend the tried and true midliners. Now that's all I think you really need to start your bullet journal. You just need a notebook, some type of writing utensil, and then some type of highlighters that will make it a little bit more fun than just plain pen in your notebook. But I do have some additional items that I choose to use in mine. Definitely not essential, but since I choose to use them, I thought I would share some of my favorite non-essential items. The first of that is definitely going to be Post-it notes, and like with writing utensils, you can get as fancy or as simple as you want with this. Of course, everybody knows Post-it brand Post-it notes. These are great for jotting down an idea that I don't necessarily want to commit to on paper. And again, if you're not a planner person, that might sound a little bit dramatic, but as I have set out a beautiful spread in my bullet journal, or even just a clean new spread, sometimes I don't want to commit to a certain event or a certain to-do list. I'll just use simple Post-it note to write that down. But you can also get super fancy with your Post-it notes, and some of my favorites are the Erin Condren Post-it notes. And like I mentioned, I have gone through literally every type of bullet journal, every type of notebook planner system. So Erin Condren, of course, is a tried and true, and I have these. These actually clip into your life planner. I just kind of have them separate here. You can also get different types of Post-it notes, both from Post-it brand, but other specialty brands as well, such as Erin Condren. I really love this type of Post-it note from them. It's sort of long and skinny. You can add something to a particular day in your bullet journal, or just use it as you may in your spread. So I really enjoy Post-it notes in my bullet journal. One of my favorite non-essential additions to my bullet journal are bookmarks. Now, of course, many notebooks, including the Leuchtturm, have these sort of ribbons that you can use to easily flip to a certain spread, a monthly spread, a weekly spread, a certain to-do list. But there are also additional bookmarks that you can purchase, my favorite being the magnetic type bookmarks. I have two examples here from Erin Condren, a sort of larger one, and then these mini ones, which say things like today, notes, to do. And I think they're just a cute way to add some personalization to your bullet journal and make flipping to certain spreads a little bit easier. Now, as much as I love a clean, efficient looking spread in my bullet journal, there are those times that I want to be a little bit more creative and artistic. And for those times, my favorite item are actually fairly inexpensive. They are these Crayola Super Tip markers. I think this pack of 100 were under $11 at Walmart. And what's really great about them, especially for the notebook that I use, is that they do not bleed through. So if you're looking for an item that allows you to be a little bit more artsy in your bullet journal, I would definitely recommend these markers for that. My final suggestion for personalizing your bullet journal are stickers. With this, there again is a wide variety of options, from Etsy sticker shops to Michael Planner stickers or even the Dollar Tree. My absolute favorite for my own bullet journal are icon stickers. I have these ones here from Simply a Mess sticker shop. I believe she is a Canadian shop, and I love incorporating these into my weekly spreads. Here I have a girl using a face mask for some self-love in my week, and here I have a girl on a laptop, and I love using these for my work schedule. Definitely not essential, but I think they're a cute addition to your bullet journal to add a little bit of a pop. If you're looking for a less expensive option, Michaels does these really great books. I'm sure that you have seen the different varieties of these. These ones are their colorful boxes or their rainbow collection. They have different books that are more theme, more specific, some for different holidays, but these are a great option at Michaels that might be more readily available. Here I have another option from Michaels that's a little bit more color specific. I use these stickers from Michaels a little bit less now that I'm in a bullet journal and not in an Erin Condren, but I definitely think that these are a great option if you're looking for something that's a little bit different than just plain pen in your bullet journal. That wraps up my favorite essential and non-essential items for my bullet journal. I hope this left you with a little bit of inspiration about starting your own bullet journaling system, seeing that you can really start with the simplest of items and add things as you go for those artistic or creative elements. I hope to do more videos on my bullet journaling system and my organizational system overall, so I hope you'll consider subscribing and sticking around for my next video. Until next time.